Okay, I am online. My name is Yvo Machine, and I'm a simple bot playing indie games. And I'm continuing my read-through and playthrough of Ascension lore. Ascension is a deck building game that was released 11 years ago, 10 years ago. And I've been playing for a few months, and I love this game. It became easily one of my favorite tabletop games. But I knew the rule, but I didn't read the lore of the game. I didn't know what the game was about. So last stream I decided to read the lore of each one of the sets of Ascension and then play that set. There are 14 sets, and apparently they will be releasing a new one. The Stoneblade company that made Ascension, they announced a new GameFound crowdfunding campaign, but there aren't many details yet. So last stream I read the lore of the first 7. I think Realms Unraveled was the last one that I've read. So what happened so far? We are in the world of Vigil, and Samael, the fallen god, returned and waged war. We defeated Samael. Samael went to the afterlife, but before they passed through the gate to the afterlife, they convinced the gatekeeper of the afterlife, Kythis, to abandon their post. So without a gatekeeper, Samael could come back, and we have to fight Samael again. We defeat Samael, but because there is no gatekeeper anymore to gatekeep the afterlife, the souls of the dead are coming back and creating all sorts of undead waves. That's the third set, Storm of Souls. And a bunch of fanatics and cultists are okay with that and want to see the world end, so we have to fight them. We do fight them, and then in Immortal Heroes we find out that the one who's leading the maelstrom of undead is the former gatekeeper, Kythis, who now wants to rule the world, just like Samael wanted to. So we have to fight Kythis. We do fight Kythis, and then in Rise of Vigil, it's decades later, Vigil is living in peace, when suddenly some energy shards appear. They enhance the power of the heroes, and apparently that's all they do. So apparently it's a good thing. But then the energy shards start to create some weird things, weird powers. We learn that they are actually part of a crystal that caged Samael and another forgotten god called Nyx. So Nyx's son, Erebus, is now trying to break the crystal to... No, wait. Nyx... Erebus is the son and Nyx is... Let's see. Gods fashion a crystalline prison deep within the void to hold the twisted spawn of Samael and Nyx, a being of such power and corruption that it could not be allowed to roam free. But as the... Okay, so I think Nyx... Erebus is the son of Nyx. And Nyx is the one that's encaged in the crystal prison that we learn the energy shards are fragments of. And then in Realms Unraveled, Adayu has been a benevolent protector of the 5 realms, able to alter reality. Okay, so we solved Erebus and Nyx, that's not a problem anymore. Now we are dealing with another entity, which was a good one, Adayus, that went mad. And because they were super powerful, their madness is creating dangers. Horrors from Adayus' nightmares pillaged the land. So we fight to restore Adayus' sanity. And that's where we left on the last stream. So we'll start the next set, which is Dawn of Champions. This setting adds champion cards and a reputation currency. Multi-faction heroes, faction monsters, that's new. Let's see what's the lore explaining why do we have champions. The sun rises on a new world. When the worlds were born, there were 5 gods, each endowed with a unique spark of creation. After they created Vigil, they squabbled over how to rule it, eventually retreating to realms of their own design. Centuries turned into millennia, and the gods were content with their realms and followers, all except one. The fallen god Samael's insatiable hunger led him and his plane of Delpho on a dark quest that would unite the realms against him. After countless wars, he met his end at the hand of other gods and their allies. Samael's death threw the universe into disarray as dark forces sought to ascend Delpho's throne, thinking that it would lead to their own ascent to godhood. One by one, the realms defeated the would-be conquerors, but the universe's need for a balanced pantheon could not be ignored. So we are still dealing with the consequences of Samael's greed. What was once thought to be the result of centuries of struggle and conflict, Adayu's unraveling was not the result of madness, it was the inception of a new divine spark, awakening Adayu to a new destiny that awaits him. The awakening of a new god unleashed a wave of energy across the realms, sending them colliding into each other to form a new unified world of new Vigil. The factions have adapted well to the new world, learning to work together and develop new technologies to utilize their combined strengths. The 4 factions' realms weren't the only ones to be merged into new Vigil. Delpho has been woven into the new realm as well, corrupting heroes and twisting them into a dark army to serve the cult's new leader, a shadowy figure from Vigil's past. Hoping to avoid repeating history, Adayu and the other gods have retreated beyond New Vigil, leaving mortals to guide their own destiny, one to be determined not by gods, but by champions. Okay, so there were 5 gods and Samael was one of them. Now with Samael gone, the Devil's throne was vacant, and to create balance, the gods decided to go away and let the champions deal with this mess. Who is the cult's new leader, a shadowy figure from Vigil's past? It's gonna be Samael again, because I feel like everything's kind of Samael's fault in this setting. Okay, so let's play Dawn of Champions. Let's put the right soundtrack to it. Let's create a game, choose Dawn of Champions and nothing else. Let's choose an avatar from that set, this one. Okay, so the champions are randomly choose, apparently, because I did not choose that one. Let's see what these cards do. I forgot what rally does. Let's check the rules. A new keyword that triggers when a card in the center row is replaced. When an effect tells you to rally, it will indicate a characteristic such as faction that allows you to acquire or defeat the next card that enters the center row if it has the indicated characteristic. For instance, when a card tells you to rally Enlightened, if the next card to enter the center row is an Enlightened card, you may acquire or defeat it without paying its costs. Okay, good to know. When you acquire these, rally Lifebound, gain 2. This is a good one. Reveal the top card of your deck and put it into your hand. If it's enlightened, oh, these are both good, and I can get both. And I can acquire these without paying because of rally. And I can pay for this one. What the hero does? Whenever you acquire or defeat an enlightened card from the center, gain 1 reputation. Once per turn, you may pay 2 to gain more reputation. If you have 2, which I have, here's the currency down here, acquire Datha, Master of Sight. If you have 8, whenever you acquire or defeat an enlightened card in the center row, you get Rally Enlightened. Okay, got it. That's the end of my turn. Now, the AI. I can't afford any card in the center row, so I'm gonna get a Mystic, and I'm gonna bitch slap the Cultist. Let's see what the flavor text for Dartha. Tell me what you see, not what you think you see. And who is this? Root Scryer. The monk listened to the tree's whispered mantra, and the entire world felt silence around him. May banish this card or a card in your hand. If you do, acquire a mystic or a heavy infantry. Now I'm gonna banish an apprentice and acquire a mystic. Still not enough to acquire anything because they are expensive. I could use this to buy more reputation, because when I get 8 I get some bonus. What's the flavor text? Chosen long ago by Logos to wield the Arhan God's sight and wisdom, Dartha has used it to aid the realms for generations. Small in stature, he proves that real power doesn't come from standing over others, but by others kneeling before you. I thought it was gonna say by helping others, by allying with others, but no, it's by making others kneel doesn't seem very heroic. I can get a heavy infantry and a mystic, and that's my turn. What the pack leader does: gain 2 runes, and you may spend runes as though it was power to defeat life-bound monsters only. There is 1 life-bound here, 2 life-bounds. Okay, interesting. So I can defeat both. This one will give me 3 honor, and you may put a hero from your discard pile on top of your deck. Do I have any interesting hero? Maybe the Root Scryer. This one will give me 5, and you may acquire a hero with cost 5 or less. There are no heroes with 5 or less. But when this goes out, it might add another hero here that is 5 or less. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Yes, it is a hero for 5 or less. I gambled and it paid off. My turn now. I usually don't pay attention to what the AI is doing or to what my opponents, when I play online, is doing. I usually just pay attention if they have constructs or not. Once per turn, you may reveal the top card of your deck and put it in your hand. If it's enlightened or life-bound, I don't remember buying this card. Draw 2 cards. You may banish up to 2 cards in your... Yes. It's always good to have a banisher. Yeah, let's use it. Why not? Let's use this one too. No, it did not pay off. That's fine. I can't do anything with just 1 rune, so it's the end of my turn. May banish a card in your hand. I want to banish... Yeah, I want to banish this militia, because they are too weak to make any difference. Let's use this one again, and it paid off again, because it works for Lifebound or Enlightened. Okay, so I have to remember to invest in those 2 factions. Okay, this one is interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna buy this one. And then Bit Slap the Cultist. What's this? Shepherd of the Lost. Gain 2 if this is banished from your hand. Gain 5. Many of my brethren cling to life, forgetting that it is only half of nature's cycle. Let's use my Canopy Sanctuary first. Let's draw 2 cards. You may banish 2 cards from your hand or discard pile. Militia, always, because it's not worth. And that's it. Because I'm gonna use this one also, and it also allows me to banish someone and replace them with a mystic. I can buy these two from the center roll. Gain 2 the next time I acquire a hero in the center roll. Rather lifebound. When you acquire this, you may put it on top of your deck. Oh, this one is good. I'm gonna get this one, because this also gives me 4 honor at the end of the game. And I can bitch slap the cultist as always. I'm 10 points ahead, but it can change. There are still many rounds to go. Always use Canopy first. Draw 2 cards. Let's play this one. Nope. Okay, I can afford a lot of things. Plasma Cannon. Once per turn, if you control 4 or more Mechanic Constructs, you may acquire or defeat any card. Okay, I do not have Mechanic Constructs, but it gives me 8 honor at the end of the game, which is good. This one is also good, because I'm investing in Enlightened and Lifebound. Is it worth to get this just for the points? It's gonna be a useless card on my deck. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna keep investing in Lifebounds. Draw a card. You may banish a card in the center roll. I already got one of these. I'm gonna get this one. And then another Mystic. Is it a mistake not to buy this one? Will I regret that? The AI always builds up constructs, so they probably are gonna take it when they can afford. Draw 2 cards. I ain't gonna banish anyone. Let's reveal. I wanna banish this one now. Okay, let's play all. Oh, I forgot to use the Sanctuary. I can defeat this one. Acquire a hero without paying its cost. Gain. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah. I'm gonna buy this one. It goes to discount. And then I'm gonna defeat this one. And I can defeat this one also. And I can put this that I just bought back into my deck, which is a good thing. And I still can afford... Wait, what? You may pay 2 to gain 1. Yeah, I will. Because when I get 8, every Enlightened get Rally. So I just need 1 more point. Oh, I noticed that the AI is using a Mechana hero, apparently. Let's use the Canopy first. Never forget that. Do I have a Banisher? No, I don't have a Banisher. May banish a card in the center row, then rally. Yeah, I want to banish this one. I don't want my opponent to get that. And I can get this one for free. Let's draw more cards. Let's banish an apprentice and replace them with a mystic. Let's play this one. Okay, so I can afford all of this. But if I play this one, I get a hero and I gain their cost in honor, which is this one is the better one. So I'm gonna use this one. Get the honor, and now I still can afford these two. Yeah, I'm rich and twice more honor than the AI, and we are near the end. So unless something wild happens, I think I won't be in danger. Let's draw more cards. I do have 8 or more. What does I bought this construct without reading. Once per turn, if you have played 2 or more enlightened cards, include this one, draw a card. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. This is the fear mantra from Dune. I will not fear. Fear is the little death. It will pass. I don't remember the exact words, but it says that it will pass over me, and when it's gone, I will remain. This is a quote from, not an exact quote, but this is inspired by Dune. Let's use it to draw more cards. So many cards. Let's banish another apprentice and replace them with a mystic. This is banished from your hand or discard pile. So do I have a banisher? No, I should have used the banisher for that one. Now it's too late. But now I'm pretty rich. I can afford nothing. 14 runes and I can't buy a single thing. Because they are all monsters. You know what? Whatever. What a waste of money. What a waste of money. Use the canopy first, always. Draw 2 cards. Review the top card. What's the flavor text for? Oh, I already read that one. I don't have a banisher. And I can get more cards. What's this? It's a void construct. It's useless to me right now. Let's defeat this guy. And I can get a hero. This one is gonna give me the most honor. So that's the one I get. The game's about to end, so I'm just gonna buy the ones that give the most amount of honor, which is this one, and this one, and this one, and that's all I can do. Was I the first one? Yay, I won! By quite a lot. So that was Dawn of Champions. Let's go for the next one, which is... Let's remind ourselves what... There is the new shadowy figure that wasn't revealed. Oh, now it's my favorite setting. I'm hoping that the lore is good for this one. Oh no, it's not. No, the next one's my favorite one. This is my favorite. War of Shadows. There's Dreamscape first, that adds a new currency, which is Insight. Adds Dreamborn cards. Whenever a Dreamborn card enters the center row, each player gains 1 Insight. And Vision cards. When a vision is acquired from a player's Dreamscape, it isn't added to the player's deck. Instead, the card has an immediate effect on the game. Resolve the effect on the card and banish it unless it has an ongoing effect. Visions with ongoing effects stay face up in front of the player. That effect is considered to be in play for the rest of the game. Okay. But what's the lore? For the first time since most of its inhabitants can remember, New Vigil is at peace. Rallied by their champions, the 4 factions drove the cult of Deathfall back into the shadows. This time of prosperity gave way to a cultural and intellectual renaissance that had never been seen before. Free to once again pursue their own passions, the monks and seers began to catch glimpses of a new realm, seemingly always at the edge of their perception, like a mirage shimmering just beyond the edges of reality. Dismissed as merely visions at first, the shared experiences soon revealed that this was not something more, a pocket of creation left behind in the wake of a Dio's ascendancy, a Deo. The Dreamscape, as the first visitors referred to it, reflected the possibilities and impossibilities that awaited New Vigil and the people that inhabited it. But where there are dreams, there are also nightmares. As more people gained access to the dream world, they brought with them their own goals and desires, for better or worse. Seeing the potential for abuse of the new power, the factions chose Pasithea as an Ascaran warrior to serve as the Dreamscape's guardian in the event that it should need one. Now, as the factions gain new insight into the possibilities that await them in the Dreamscape, they must also be on guard for those who might abuse the power for their own nefarious ends. Join them in a world of infinite possibilities as they explore the glorious future that awaits New Vigil. Okay, let me go back a little bit, because they talked about a new shadowy figure in Dawn of Champions. But they didn't explain who it was, so maybe in the cards sometimes there are explanations. The Lord of Deathfall. Apparently this was the shadowy figure, Xeron. There is no explanation, there is no flavored text. So apparently he was the shadowy figure, but we defeated him. Betrayed Templar, the last protector of an abandoned temple. Xeron was happy to give him a new cause. Okay, so Xeron was just a guy there that we didn't really give much attention. But now there is a new Dreamscape available to the factions of New Vigil. So let's go to the Dreamscape. Choose 3 cards for your Dreamscape. Nairi's Blessing. If you have played 3 or more Lifebound heroes this turn, you may acquire these without paying its cost. Gain 10. You are considered to have played a Lifebound hero. Oh, this is a good one. Expensive, but good. If we invest in Lifebound heroes, it's free. Lifebound Dream. When you would gain honor without defeating a monster, gain twice. It's also good. For each mechanic you construct, no, we are going for Lifebound. We can choose 3. Nairi's Blessing, for sure. This one and this one. Let's focus on Lifebounds. And I go first. I can already buy 1. Oh no, I did a mistake because I forgot the visions. They don't stay. They... whatever. They are instantaneous. You use them and then they're gone. Let's see. Gain 4, gain 3, gain 2. Acquire a pot of gold from the end of the rainbow or from another player's control. So we're going for Lifebound. We can defeat this one and still will have... I keep saying we, as I am a multitude. I can defeat this one. But this one is more interesting actually, because it's gonna give me insight that I need to buy stuff here. Oh, this is also a vision. This happened... Oh, it is ongoing, okay. So I'm gonna actually defeat this one. Gain 3, then banish this, yeah. It's cheap, so why not? Let's see what I can afford. Next time you defeat a monster in the center row this turn, add a card to a Dreamscape. That's interesting. But it's void, and I'm investing in Lifebound because of that vision card. That's pretty good. But this is also good. Yeah, let's banish this guy. This is also good. I can get this one and this one, and that's my turn. I need to play at least 3 Lifebound heroes to get this one, right? 3, yes. No Lifebounds. Just Enlightened. I like the ones that... These are both good options. Because this is a drawer and this is a banisher. And they're both good to have in your deck. But I'd rather have a drawer right now. I do not want to use my insight to defeat this guy. Yeah, confirm. I do not want to use insight. I want to save it to get the good card. Pot of gold. When you play this, draw a card. When you play a leprechaun, gain 1. It's gold, baby! I feel like Ascension and also Keyforge, they don't take themselves seriously. Because I feel like there's a lot of humor, more in Keyforge than in Ascension. While in Magic the Gathering, they did some expansions that were like humor based, but most of the time they try to play seriously in their lore, in their flavor. I haven't played Magic in a long time, but I get that impression that of the three, Magic is the most serious one, Keyforge is the silliest one, and Ascension is in the middle between them. Can get this or this. I rather get this one, and then the cultist. Oh, the AI is way ahead of me. Add a card to your Dreamscape, you may banish... Yeah, I do need a banisher. Oh, this one's also good. And then the cultist. I'm falling behind compared to the AI. Acquire a pot to gold, yes. Oh, I can only have one pot of gold at a time. I see. No, I do not want to pay. And I already can afford something here. A Lifebound Construct. Add a card to your Dreamscape, yes. Oh, this one is good. I'm gonna get this one. And I'm gonna add a card to my Dreamscape. What card was added? When you defeat a monster in the center row, gain 2. Okay. That's all I can do for now. You may banish a card. Let's banish an apprentice, as always. This fly trap is pretty good. I like them. I'm gonna get another one of them. And I'm still behind compared to the AI. I need to clean my deck a little more. I need more banishing. 2 and 2. Oh, a 15? Wow, this is a good one. Expensive, but worth it. I already got a bunch of cards in my Dreamscape, so let's try another. What can I do with 2 or 2? Yeah, I can buy this one. Yeah, that's the one. I can afford, but I'm gonna save for Nairis. Yes, I'm sure. I need more Lifebound. Let's banish an apprentice. They just occupy space. Oh, this is the only one I can buy now. I'm 10 points behind the AI, but I'm saving for Nairis. But I need more Lifebound to do so. I'm almost there though. One more Lifebound and I would be able to. One more Lifebound and I get Nairi. Once per turn, gain 1. Once per turn, when you defeat a monster in the center roll, draw 2 and banish this. No, I'm gonna get this. Yes, I can buy it now. No, oh, it's 10, it's not 8. Oh. Okay, confirm. Oh, game ended already? I was so fixated in buying Nairi that I didn't pay attention to it, and I lost by a pretty big amount. That's annoying. Do I want to play again? No, let's focus on the task at hand, which is the lore. Because now it comes my favorite set of this game. We played Dawn of Champion, we played Dreamscape, and now we have War of Shadows. That adds the mechanic of day and night, which is my favorite mechanic, and dual cost. I love the rules in this setting. It is my favorite one. I don't get tired of saying that. Let's see if the lore is as good as I'm hoping. An era of unprecedented peace and prosperity seemed like a just reward for the weary denizens of New Vigil. But a world dominated by light is an imbalanced one. A new darkness seeps in from the void, intent on restoring balance by restoring despair and desolation to a world that had forgotten it. Achilles, the Scourge, leads his Dark Legion into New Vigil, determined to carve out a new kingdom of his own in New Vigil's growing shadows. They rise from the shadows and the dark corners, striking out at content and unprepared cities. The four factions now recall their veteran heroes and reawaken the great war machines of the past as they plan their first move in the chaotic ebb and flow of light and dark. Do they have what it takes to defeat Achilles and restore Achilles or Achilles? I'm gonna call him Achilles, but it could be Achilles. Do they have what it takes to defeat Achilles and restore the balance between night and day, or will they fall victim to the fear and paranoia as the shadows themselves rise up against them? The War of Shadows has begun. It doesn't look like Achilles is bringing unbalance, since they are adding the night that was missing. Let's go, War of Shadows. Oh no, I chose... When I play War of Shadows, I'm usually the dog. I start. This is a good one, I can't buy it yet. When you acquire a Mechana construct, no, I usually don't go for Mechana. I'm gonna get this one, and this one, and that's all I can do. It's always important to have at least one Banisher and one Drawer in your deck. But right now I can't have... I don't see any. Oh, there's a Banisher here. But I can't buy it. This one is good. This one gives a lot of honor, but I'm not going for Mechana. I don't know why I have this prejudice against Mechana. I rarely go for Mechana cards. Gain 3. Destroy a construct, it's good. But I can't buy this one. Oh, this is the good one that I wanted, yes. Still need a Banisher, still need a Drawer. Got a Banisher here, a Drawer here. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Drawer. And bitch slap the Cultist. I need a Banisher. Do I have a Flare tracker? Oh, I do. Let's get another Mystic. Okay, I'm way behind the AI. Okay, let's get rid of one of their constructs. Take 5 from an opponent of your choice. This is also good. 5 and destroy. This is gonna give me 9, yeah. This one for sure. And let's get this Banisher. That monster was a good one. It leveled the feud. And I'm gonna go for this one just because the AI is getting a lot of constructs. Here, they got 3 constructs. I noticed that the AI usually go for constructs because they give a lot of points. Can get this one and this one. Okay, the table's turned. I'm ahead now. Still would like to get this guy. Yes, I can, because I need one more Banisher. And let's get the Leprechaun. And that's all I can do. Now the AI is catching up with me. This is a good construct. Do I have a lot of void cards? I have 1, 2... No, I have more Lifebound and Mechana. Can get this one. And this one. And one neck and neck against the AI. Banish a card in your hand. Yes, gonna banish an apprentice. Replace. Oh, with both Mystic and Heavy Infantry. Good to know. Let's get the pot of gold. Let's see. Draw 2 cards. Yes, please. Draw more 2 cards. Okay, I can use every single card. Which one is... I don't have that much void. This one only gives me 2. This one gives me 3. Let's acquire... This one gives me 2, this one's gonna give me 3. But I'm gonna spend all my points. But if I defeat this one, and then buy this one, I get 1 more point. Okay, and that's it. That was a good round. And I can... Oh, it's neither day or night. I can only sacrifice the Shade Viper if it's day or night. Now this is a good one. Can get this and this. Oh, this is also a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna get this one and then another cultist. You may banish a card in your hand or discard pile. Yes, please. The militia, yes. And I can banish another one because it's knight, an apprentice. Because it's knight, I could also get another power, but it won't make much difference. Let's get the ones with most points. Almost 20 points ahead. Unless the AI had collected a bunch of very expensive cards, I think I'm gonna win this one. Yep, called it. Let's go for the next set and see what's the lore. Gift of the Elements. It adds Empower. When you acquire a card with the Empower keyword, you may banish a card you have already played that turn. That's good, because then you don't have to invest in banishers that much. Cards with Empower allow players to make their deck better by simultaneously acquiring a card in the center row and getting rid of one of their weaker cards. Unlike when you banish a card from hand, you still get all effects from played cards that are banished. Oh, because you get to banish one you already played that turn. Yeah, that's better. Infest monsters. When you defeat a monster with Infest, you may choose a player and put that monster into their discard pile instead of the void. When a monster is drawn, it has no effect on its own, so this is a great way to mess up your opponent's draws. Be careful though, there are a few cards in Ascension that allow players to benefit from having monsters in their deck. In transforming events, when an event is flipped from the center deck, it does not take up a center row slot. Instead, it is placed in the event zone. Yes, the events were introduced in Storm or Souls, I think. Events in Ascension may also be acquired. These events include a cost in their effect that can get so. Construct, the event is Razor's Trial. Constructs in the center row cost 1 less to acquire. If you pay 8, you get this as a hero. Okay, now let's see the lore. In the beginning, when the realms were young and unblemished by eons of strife, elementals roamed free throughout the lands of Vigil. As humanity emerged, the elementals receded, hiding away from those that would use them as resources for their endless fighting. Eventually, they fell into a deep slumber, becoming undistinguishable from the worlds around them. Now, as decades of turmoils have shaken New Vigil to its core, the elementals have begun to awaken and reintroduce themselves to the world around them. The newly roused elementals roamed the land, intent on discovering the unfamiliar world which they now found themselves part of. The factions have begun to study and learn from the elements, unlocking powerful new enhancements and abilities. There are still other elementals that have no lessons besides the chaos they sow, neither good nor evil, but destructive all the same. Wildfires burn across the plains, storm assault the cities, and floods wipe away countless lifetimes of work. Malevolent forces of nature are not the only concern. Amidst the turmoil, the mischievous gremlins have begun to grow in number, much to the annoyance of the rest of New Vigil's inhabitants. All the while, Xeron continues to watch from the shadows, biding his time until another opportunity to strike against his enemies presents itself. Join the new people of New Vigil, as they attempt to discover the lessons of the elementals and how to wield them as they fight to protect the world against unseen forces. So Xeron is still around. I thought we defeated him. Gift of the Elements. Oh, it's a happy soundtrack compared to War of Shadows. It's like a beginning of the soundtrack for the beginning of an adventure. Hopeful and excited. Gift of the Elements. So no special currency, just the events. When you acquire this, you may banish a card you have played this turn. Reveal the top card of your deck and put it in your hand. If the card has within power, I can get both. Very good. Let's banish the militia. Let's banish the apprentice. But now I have to replace them. Oh, a monster was added to my discard pile. This one is interesting, this one's also interesting. I don't think I need banishers since we got the empower keyword in this setting. How does this work? When you defeat, monsters have no effects when played from hand. I see. Monster just annoys me. I don't need more banishers. The problem with the other decks is that you had to acquire banishers. The problem with this one is that there are too many banishing powers. Don't need all of those. Let's banish this guy. He's useless. This is a powerful one. Yeah, I prefer this one. Banish a count. Banish this one. Oh, there's an event here. I didn't notice it. Monsters in the center row cost 1 less to defeat. Transform this into Emery. Okay, got it. Defeat a monster 5 or less. I don't have any monsters 5 or less. Once per turn, if you have defeated a monster in the center row, you may banish a card. So many banishers. What I wanted was a monster with 5 or less. You may banish a card in your discard pile. Yes, this guy. Not enough to acquire anything in the center row. I'm way behind in honor compared to the AI. What the... Once per turn if you defeat a monster in the center row, okay. I won't, because there aren't any. I'm falling behind. No, I don't want this one. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. I want this one. What's this? What was that? Each opponent reveals their hand. Gain an additional 2 for each monster revealed that way. Oh, I didn't have any. Okay. Need more monsters in the center. I'm way behind. I don't think I can recover. Okay, I can buy a lot. Draw 2 cards. Banish Sister of the Wind, a card if you do, no. This one is the one that's gonna give me more points at the end, but it's gonna be kind of useless in my deck. I'm gonna get this one. You may banish a card. I'll banish this one. Oh no, I'm gonna lose pretty bad. No, I don't want to banish anyone. Yeah, I'm gonna lose pretty bad. Hey, I got like 3 times the points I have. Gain 1. Yeah, why not? And I can buy... The game's about to end, so let's buy the ones that give me the most. Yeah, I'm about to lose pretty bad. Feature monster 4 or less, there is none. Must banish a card from your hand. I'm sorry, but it's gotta be the Mystic. You may banish a card, no? Yep, I lost. My success rate playing this game is 42%. I usually win 42% of all the times I play, and I lose 57% of all the times that I play. I know there's 1% missing, but just because it's actually 42 point something and 57 point something, it does add to 100. If you want to be really accurate about the numbers, but I mostly lose when playing this game. I'm gonna do a quick break to check on my cats, and then when I return, we're gonna go for the last 3 settings and their lore. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. My cats are still napping, and I got myself a snack, and now we can continue reading the lore of all the sets of Ascension, the deck building game. In Ascension, oh, let's change the soundtrack for the appropriate, a more somber one. I liked how the vibe for Gift of the Elements was very upbeat and hopeful. This one is more somber, still not dreadful, just calm. In Ascension Valley of the Ancients, players compete with one another to maintain control over powerful temple cards. There are 3 different temples that players can control: Temple of Life, Temple of Death, and the ultimate Temple of Immortality. When the game starts, place all 3 temples below the center runner. To gain control of the Temple of Life, a player must spend Life Keystone. To gain control of Temple of Death, spend Death Keystone. We can only gain control of the Temple of Immortality by using the abilities of the Temple of Life or the Temple of Death. So Temple of Life, gain control of the Temple of Immortality. Temple of Death, gain control of the temple. You may banish a card, and here gives to Temple of Immortality. Once per turn, choose a faction. When you acquire a card of that faction, if the next card to enter the center row is also that faction, acquire it without paying its cost. Okay. Keystones, new resources. You can spend it to gain control of the temple. If you already control the Temple of Death, you get the Temple of Immortality. If you get both, you may banish a card from your hand or discard pile. When a card gives a player keystone. Okay, new keywords. Echo. Echo. Cards with Echo have additional effects that occur if the player has cards in the discard pile that share the same faction. Serenity. Additional effects that occur if the player has no cards in the discard pile. Cards acquired during your turn immediately go to your discard pile, potentially turning on Echo effects, turning off Serenity effects. Center row effects. Some cards in the center deck feature a new black border with yellow lightning. Okay. Cards with this border have effects that are active while they are in the center row. Effects usually relate to a change in how a card is acquired. Okay. Let's see the lore. Unlock the secrets of Alosia. For centuries, the Valley of Alosia has remained hidden from the rest of Vigil. Guarded by treacherous mountains, the valley cradled an ancient civilization that rose and fell, cut off entirely from the outside world. In the absence of the gods, the people of Alosia worshipped the forces that ruled the world around them, life and death. They built 2 temples that focused and harnessed those energies, and revered the journey between the 2. After many years, the society became corrupted by its own success, and they decided to build a 3rd temple, the Temple of Immortality. Instead of maintaining a balance, this new vessel would allow them to wield control over the forces as they saw fit. The impassable terrain that once protected the valley was pierced by the formation of new Vigil. Ill-fated adventurers have ventured into the valley for decades, but none of them had escaped its dangers until now. Endbringer Jorah has led a successful void expedition into the valley, returning with tales of terrifying beasts and mysterious ruins. Now, the forces of New Vigil venture into the valley, hoping to uncover a powerful weapon in their battle against Xerath. Oh, Xaron is still around? He sounds like a side note now. What they don't know is that the foes and temptation awaiting them in Alosia may pose an even greater threat. The imbalance of the temples corrupted the valley, turning the Alosians on each other and mutating the surrounding jungle's inhabitants into unimaginable monsters. With its return to primal order, the temples became dormant. Okay, so let's control some temples. Valley of the Ancients. My enemy is gonna be you. So here are the new currencies. I start. Banish a card in your hand and replace it. Okay. Okay, this is a good one. The next time acquire a construct. I'm gonna get this one because it's a banisher and it's always good to have one. And also gives you the currency for this setting. Good thing nobody was watching. I'm gonna go for the Ancient Stag. Instead of seeking the temples themselves, the Pathfinders sought the aid of the forest dwellers. I'm not into Mechana. I'm not gonna buy. Put the top card of your deck into your discard pile, then you may banish a card in your hand or discard pile. Meh. It's not that good. Oh, I only get this currency when I unite. So I need more life bound. Banish a card in your hand, replace it with a mystic or heavy infantry. Let's banish this guy, replace for a mystic. Oh, now the Temple of Death is mine. You may banish a card in your hand or discard pile. Okay. Each opponent must destroy a construct they control. Yes, please. Let's see how this works. May banish a card from your hand or discard pile. Yeah, the militia. You may shuffle your discard pile into your deck. I have none. 2 or more constructs. Actually, now it's... yes. And that's it. Oh, they got to the temple now. Temple changes hands. Finish a card in your hand and replace it. I'm gonna replace with a Mystic. Okay, let's. Oh, I got the Temple of Death back. Let's get this one. And the Cultist. And this one, so I can keep using the Unite, which is good. Once per turn, defeat a monster in the center roll. This is a good one. If you play a Mechana Construct, no, I'm gonna go for the Templar Outpost. Draw a card, put a card in your discard pile, and banish one. Can't afford anything in the center roll. So far, having the temple haven't done much to me. And now I lost the temple. And now I got the temple back. Temple's just going back and forth. Yeah, let's invest in... May banish a card in your hand or discard pile. Can I get the Temple of Immortality? Yes, I do. What it does? Once per turn, choose a faction. When you acquire a card, I'm gonna choose Void. Yes. Good. Yes. Oh no! Boo! Okay, I'm 10 points ahead. So far, so good. I was 10 points ahead, not anymore. Oh, I got the 3 temples? That should be something. I should want something for having 3 temples. Let's choose Enlightened or Void again. Which one? Let's choose Lifebound. Neither. And let's get one card. Let's get this one. Nope. Okay, I'm still ahead. The game's about to end because we're running out of honor here in the center roll. Once per turn, defeat a monster in the center row with 4 or less. There is one with 4 or less. Let's use this to get rid of... Now let's choose a faction. Let's choose Void. Yes. No, boo. Oh, nice. Temple of Life. Gain 2. Okay, got it. The game's about to end, so let's buy the one that gives the most honor. which is this one. And I think I won. The AI still plays the last turn to finish the round. Yay, I won. Just 10 points, 11 points of difference. Now, who's the next? That was Valley of the Ancients. Now, Delirium. And Insight is back. We have the Dreamborn cards that we already know. When you play a card with recur, first gain the effect listed above the recur text. Then you may spend Insight equal to the number listed for the recur cost. If you do, gain the effect of the card a second time. You may only use the recur ability once per card. Got it. Fate Auction. Auction Insight to gain the effect below. Draw a card. Okay. Delirium Die. The Delirium Die is a special Ascension 6-sided die that can be rolled to gain different effects. Now let's see the lore. Long ago, the god Adayu lost his grip on reality and in his madness unraveled the realms of Vigil. Heroes from the four factions rose to save the shattered world, and from the ashes rose a new world, New Vigil. Even after Adayu's redemption, New Vigil remained littered with portals to previously unreachable worlds, a final gift from the mad god. One such world was the Dreamscape, a realm of dreams and nightmares where no conscious being was ever meant to enter. It wasn't long before the factions of New Vigil found their way into the Dreamscape, and a war for dominance began. Thousands upon thousands died in that realm, a place Death's ice fingers had never touched, and the Dreamscape began to warp. Pasitea, the Aegis, guardian of the Dreamscape, witnessed the corruption of her realm and feared that a prolonged war would mean annihilation for conscious and unconscious beings alike. Pasitea chose to banish the factions from her domain, forcing champions after champion back into the conscious world. In her final moment, mortally wounded by Emry, champion of the Void, the Aegis warded the gate to New Vigil, cutting off the Dreamscape forever. Or so she thought. It was in the Valley of the Ancients, hidden away in the forgotten jungles of the world, that explorers came upon a new gate to the Dreamscape. The foolhardy explorers opened the portal. They saw into the unconscious realm and learned the consequences of their ancestors' meddling. A broken Dreamscape, twisted by the war between the conscious and the unconscious, poured madness into the world. The corrupted energy infected the factions of New Vigil, manifesting their wildest dreams and darkest nightmares and as unthinkable versions of their champions. Now the world is in a state of delirium, and the twisted heroes of New Vigil must rise to push back the tide of monsters and madness. Okay, so we are back at the Dreamscape. Let's put the right soundtrack to it. That's a cool art. Delirium. I always want a faceless one. There isn't any. Let's choose this guy. And this guy. Two bearded guys. Fighting off. Yeah, pass. Oh, I could have won, because I had one. Draw a card, you may pay 1 to recur. Draw 2 cards, you don't have to pay for this one. Yeah, I'm gonna get these 2. And that's all I can afford. Gain 2 and Echo. Yeah. That's the end of my turn. I think you need 5 insight to roll the die. I need a banisher. I have drawers, but I need a banisher. Also, cool illustration. Dimension Monk. Yes. Let's pay to recur. You banish a card in your hand or discard pile. Yes, it's a good one. And draw a card. If you have played or played at least 2 other Lifebound heroes. Oh, this one is the best one. Although I still need a banisher. If you've played or have played at least 2 other here, 2 other. I don't have 2 others. Banish, banish, yes. Once per turn, gain 3. It's also a good one. But I do need a banisher. Oh. The AI used the delirium die. Yes. Next time you defeat a monster, okay, got it. 2 and 2. Each opponent destroy a construct they control. 4 and 3. This is gonna give me more. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. And I can roll the delirium die. Actually gonna do that first thing my next turn. Because I think it's better to roll it first at the beginning of your turn, not the end of your turn. Yes, that's perfect. Now let's destroy a construct that my opponent has. This one is also good, and a cultist, and that's about it. Red got a banisher. You may banish a card in your hand or discard pile. Play 2 to recur. This is a good one. This one gives more honor. Do I have void cards? I have a few, yeah. Because this is also good. I'm gonna grab this one. I think I already got one of those, but I can pile them up. Okay. Once per turn, when you acquire a construct, then you may pay 1 to draw additional cards. 2 and 3. Let's go for this one first. You may return a construct you control to your hand. Why would I do such a thing? That's not useful to me. I'm gonna buy this one. I don't plan on buying much Mechana, but it's just because It's so valuable. And I got the other one that's for Mechana, since I got a Mechana construct, why not? Add more Mechana to my hands. May banish a card from your hand. Yeah, the Militia. Both are good. But I'd rather have a drawer. I'll beat 2 because I know the AI can't. Oh no, that was stupid. That was not. Yeah, no. No, that was stupid. I should have not done that. Should have read. So annoyed that I didn't read the whole thing before I accepted it. The AI is doing a lot. When you play a Mechana construct, okay. Once per turn if you acquire a Mechana construct. There is one here, but I can't afford it. Oh, this is for... Oh, this one. When you acquire a construct, doesn't matter which faction. Got it. I'm falling behind. Okay, I can afford plenty. This one is interesting. I'm gonna get this one, and then I can defeat 2. And I can defeat this one and do the same again. And this one, it's like I'm doing a second turn within my turn. Dreamborn Hero. Return a construct to my hand. No. Copy the effect of a hero played this turn. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna get this one. And that's about it. I have to pay 3, I only have 2. Oh, now I have 3. Yes, I'm gonna play this one, and then play this one to copy it, and copy it again. Now I can afford everything. It's per turn, you play a Mechana construct, draw a card for each Mechana construct. Definitely this one, because of how valuable it is. Let's just get it before anything else happens. Okay. The AI is doing its thing. You must discard a construct once per turn. This one. Another one? Annoying. Once this turn, when you acquire a construct, you can put it on play. No, I don't need to record this one. Is there a construct? Yes, there is this one. Is it the best option? Yeah, I'm gonna get it. And now all I can do is bitch slap the cultist a couple of times. Oh, I can roll... no, I'm gonna save it for the beginning of my next turn. It's better to roll it at the beginning. Draw a card. You may banish a card in your hand or discard pile. Yeah, let's beat... I can beat 2. The AI is rolling a lot. Oh no, they are ahead of me now. Is there a militia here to ban? No, but that's... Let's roll the die first, because might be able to buy more cards. No. Let's roll it again. May banish a card. It's not what I wanted. Oh, this one is good. Let's roll again. And I can roll one more time. Yes, perfect. And I can roll one more time. Banish a card. Now I can buy anything I want except this one. Defeat a monster costs 4 or less, draw a card. To roll the Delirium die. No, it's not worth it. Yeah, let's get this one. And I can roll... No, I'm gonna save it to roll on my next turn. If I get another turn. Okay, I do. So let's roll it first. Yes, that's perfect. Is there a monster with 4 or less? No. Yes, let's get another card. Yay, another construct. There isn't a monster with 4 or less. Oh, I can defeat this guy against 7. Choose a player and take all their insight. And a random card from you. Whoa, this is a good one. That's a bad boy. And this is also a good one. Let's hope... No, I was hoping for a monster to show up. Not gonna roll the die. Oh, it's about to end? Then yeah, I'm gonna roll the die. And that's about it, I think. 9 constructs. I think that is the most I ever played with. And I won. Yay! I don't think I ever had that many constructs before. The next is the last setting. Deliverance. There's the Insight, the Dreamboard cards. New starting card, Dreamseeker. When playing with Ascension Deliverance, each player starts with an 11th card, the Dreamseeker, that you gain 1 insight and draw a card. Pasitea is back. Phantasm. A hero with Phantasms can be played directly from the center row. During your turn, you may pay the insight cost listed in the Phantasm text. If you do, you play that card right then and there. Okay, so hire Phantasm. While this is in the center row, you may pay 5 to banish and play this. Oh, so you lose the card. Keep in mind that for effects such as Unite, a card played with Phantasm counts for those bonuses. Dreambind monsters. You can add them to your deck. The world will never be the same. The Dreamscape was sealed, locked away by the champions of New Vigil, and protected by its defender, Pasitea, the Aegis. But no doors stay locked forever. It was in the Valley of the Ancients. This is a recap of the last lore. In the forgotten jungles of the world, that explorers came upon a new gate to the Dreamscape, a portal manifest during the years of Adaios' madness. Despite the warnings, they broke open the portal and could only watch as all the horrors of the unconscious realm flooded into their world in a tidal wave of delirium. Emry, Dartha, Kor, and Cetra, the immortal champions of New Vigil, fought desperately to close the gate, but in the end they found themselves among the first of the Dreamscape's victims, warped by its powers. The energy seeped into the ground, infected the plants and animals, and changed the nature of all things. New and terrifying monsters sprang up, bringing death, madness, and chaos to the people of every faction. But for the chaos, new heroes rose up, different from the champions of old. These heroes did not reject the Dreamscape energy, they embrace it, learning to wield it as weapons, channel it as magic, and harness it as fuel for their machines. This is the final push to free the land from madness once and for all. As New Vigil dissolves into a state of delirium, you must lead the champions of the old world and the heroes of the new to call forth Pasitea, the protector of the Dreamscape, to seal the gate and stabilize the world. New Vigil's deliverance is in your hands. So basically, Delirium and Deliverance are just a continuation of each other. Let's put the right soundtrack. And let's play it. Deliverance. This is the most faceless one. Pasitea is there. Gain 1 and 1. Gain 2. When this is, you may pay 8 to transform it into Demon Master. It's a good one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get this one. You may pay 6 to transform it into Lycan Beast. Draw 2 cards. What now? It's good to have a drawer and a banisher, but I'm gonna get this one. Each opponent destroy the lowest cost construct they have. They do not have one. Dreambind. I can't dreambind this one. It would be pretty good if I could. This is also good. This is also good, but I prefer this one. Yes, and a banisher. No, I want to buy it, acquire it. Can't afford anyone in the center row. Let's get some infantry, because there are many monsters on the center row. Let's see, this one. You may banish a card in your hand or discard pile. Yes, this one, because I can dreambind it. Yes. Defeat a monster 4. Draw 2 cards. This is an interesting one. Yeah, this is very good. But you need a lot of insight. And I kind of need a drawer. Yeah, I knew the AI was gonna get that one. That's a good card. Okay, now I got banishers. And I got drawers. You may banish a card in your hand or discard pile. Let's get rid of the militia because it doesn't do much. Draw a card. Gain 3. I think I already got enough drawers. But this one gives also if I have Serenity. But the odds of Serenity happening, not that good. I'll get this one instead. Okay. If you control a Transformer construct, draw a card. No. Your opponent destroy all but one construct, or destroy one construct. Gain 2. This is also good. Yeah, I'm gonna play this one. And this one. And I can afford one more, this or this. This one. And that's it for my turn. Must banish one. The militia. You may banish an apprentice. Draw a card. This is the only one I can afford. Sad. But I'm still way ahead, so I'm not worried completely. Draw 2 cards. Dreambind this? Yes or no? Yeah, let's Dreambind it. There's still a few rounds, it's gonna be useful. It was at the end of the game. Not that much. Let's see. Draw 2 cards. Each opponent destroy all but one construct. This is good too. Yeah, this one. Another mystic. And I didn't transform any card in my hand, which is just shame, because the game is about to end. Did I win? No, I lost! Although I had way more honor than the AI, their deck was better than mine. What a shame. Well, that's it. I read all the lore. There are some promo cards, but they don't have lore attached to them. They don't even have flavor text. This one has Nova, Born of Chaos. The beginning can be just as violent as the end. I feel like the first ones were more linear, because one was a direct consequence of the other. Like, the defeat of Samael leads to the return of the Fallen, and Storm of Souls is a consequence of the return of the Fallen, and so is Immortal Heroes. Rise of Vigil with the Shants, and then Darkness Unleashed, and Realms Unraveled kind of becomes a different storyline. So the first 6 ones are just a direct story. This one starts a different. The first 6 ones are all about the consequences of what Samael did. This one is the consequences of Adaio. And then this one is consequences of Adaio. This one kind of is Dreamscape. Yeah, Dreamscape is its own thing. So is War of Shadows. And there is kind of... And Gift of the Elements is its own thing, and then Valley of the Ancients, it's connected to the next 2. But the first 6 ones, they are more connected than the others, I feel. Because it's reoccurring characters. Samael from the first, Samael in the second. Consequences of what Samael did in the second, it's the third one. And still consequences of that for the next 3 ones. But at least now I know the lore of the game that I have been playing for months without knowing what it was about. Now I know what it was about. Next Friday I have to find another tabletop game to play. Not gonna continue streaming Ascension. I'm gonna play something else. I would like to play Keyforge, but the only way to play Keyforge online is PvP against other players. There isn't an AI, and then you have to find players. I wish they had, and Keyforge, I understand why they don't have a digital opponent AI, because each deck would need an AI tweaked for that deck. So I understand. But anyway, I'll find something else, some other tabletop game to play on next Friday. That's all from me from today. Bye bye, Void.